Hi guys, it's Tammy, and I thought that I would show you guys how I made this cute little card. Isn't that adorable how it has the cutouts coming off of the card, and then you open it up and there's a little spot for you to write a note. And I got this idea from Jennifer McGuire on YouTube, and she did something similar, and I thought, oh, that's so cute, and I wanted to see what I could come up with. And so this is my idea, and I really like it. And I was thinking I might put like a Merry Christmas sentiment or something down here, but I don't even know. It's not even totally necessary. I kind of like it just plain too, so I don't know. But today we are going to do one with a little badger and a little mouse, and it's going to be more of a fall one. I have this stamp set that I thought was really cute, and there's the badger and the mouse. They have a hedgehog, but I even picked the badger just because I've never stamped a badger before. So the first thing that you do is you cut your 8.5 by 11 cardstock in half, but you don't have to score it yet. You want to go ahead and cut it at 5.5 on the long side, and then at 4.25 on the short side, you want to go ahead and put a pencil line. And I would say to make it a very fine pencil line, if you can. So I have a pencil line here, and that is so that you know where to put these, like how tall you want them. You don't want them to stick up past that line because you want this to be able to fit into an A2 sized envelope. So that means that everything has to be at that line or below. So I'm just going to put my little guys on here how I think I'd want them. And then we're just going to do a half cut, so I can reposition that. I was just looking at it, make sure that's where I want it, but you need to get your big shot out. And hopefully you guys can see this okay. What you're going to do is lay your images down the way you want them, or the little dies down where you want them. Something like that. And then you want to put this over so that it only covers the area that you're going to die cut. And in this case, I want it to go from about here up. So I'm going to stick my top die thing in, and then I'm just going to put it where I want it. Maybe a little more, maybe like that. And then it will only cut where you have the top palette. So you can see it only cut this their top little heads off. That sounds funny. Cut their heads off. I don't even know if you really need to draw the line, honestly. I'm really still kind of struggling as to what good it really does, other than help you know how tall to get it, but you could measure that and then just leave them there. So I don't know, because now I'm erasing the line. And then what I'm going to do is fold this so that it makes a crease somewhere in here. And I am letting it kind of fold itself so that the little guys stick up. And I'm going to take my bone folder and just crisp that edge really, really well. And if one of them sticks down a little further than the other one, like I don't know if you can see, but this little mouse image has a little bit going down on the fold. That's okay. That just means I didn't get it totally straight, and you know, that's all right. And then you also have this little hole in the back from where their heads were. And that was a little bit odd to me on that card, so I cut it off and I'll show you how to do, or I covered it up and I'll show you how I did that. So I'm just going to trim the bottom of my card off now so that it is a true A2 size card. Oh goodness. Well, I'm going to cover that up. I have a little sore on my thumb and I got some blood in there. Fabulous. That's okay. I'm covering it up though, so never fear. I'm going to use my cutter again in a second, but I just remembered also that I wanted to cut out a little apple or something from here. Let's see. What does a mouse eat? Cheese, I know, but I have apple, so I'm going to use an apple, I think. Or you know what? I'm going to use a little heart. And I'm going to cut it out in a different color. My neighbor is mowing, so hold on a second. Let me close my window. And I'm going to be using fall colors for all of my things, but maybe I will use this pink for my heart. I'm gonna make sure I can see that well enough on there. It's not that easy to see. I'm gonna cut another one out. Just because I kind of like the idea and I'm thinking of something else, so I'm gonna maybe put one like on the bottom. And maybe one on the inside. So let's cut out 3, why not? They're little. Okay, so once you have everything cut out, now the fun begins. So we need to take the stamp that correlates to the cutout, and in this case it's the badger and the mouse, so I'm going to use the badger first. You know what, I could probably stamp them both at the same time if I lined up the stamp set and picked them both up on my block. How daring am I? And my ink. Just pushing it down really well, hoping that it did okay. And I think it did, yay! So then I'm going to clean off my block with my stamp and scrub, or clean off my stamps. And I don't think I'm even going to stamp the heart. I think that it's fine just being a heart cut out. I may use one of these sentiments, but I'm not going to quite yet, so I'm not going to stamp anything else right this minute. I am going to color these with some alcohol markers. And to color them, I'm going to open this up and bring over my markers. And I also need a sheet that I can use as a like a try it out sheet. Oh, here, actually I have one going already. I'll just continue to use that one. And I was looking online to see what colors a badger is, and it looks like this part and this part are black, and then this part is like white, and then kind of gray and white on the base. So I need some grays. That one might be a little dark, but it might be all right for his little, where the black area is. Same with that one. I'm gonna move this over here. I feel like the lighting is awful. That's a good gray. Might need a lighter gray. I want my mouse to be gray, and I want him to have some pink in him. And I also said black, but I think that maybe that could work for the black. So let me just try this. I'm going to take this lightest gray that I have, and this part of him is black. So I'm just coloring all that in with the lightest color, and then this part is gray. I didn't really get a look at his tail, so I'm hoping that that's all gray too. And then I'm going to go ahead and color the mouse too. Looks like I got on the outside a little bit of the mouse, but that's okay. I can make it work. I need my Kool-Aid, sorry. Okay, so then let's take this darker one. I might even see if I can find a lighter one. And I'm just coloring in this little mousey. Okay, and then I'm going to take that lighter gray again. Oh, that's really dark. Is this the lighter one? No, that one's really dark too. This one must be it. Yes, this one looks almost white. That's the one thing about these kind of generic alcohol markers. They're great markers. They color really well, and I like the way they work, but the lid is not always the color that you will get, so it's a little bit hard to figure it out. So you have to have a test piece for sure. Okay, so his little tail, I'm going to make that kind of pink. That's a little pinker than I expected, but that's okay. And then I'm going to make his little belly a little pink and his little ear a little pink. But then I'm going to take this marker again. That looks pretty cute. So then this one, I'm going to take this darker color here. I wasn't sure if I was going to color the whole thing, but it's actually not quite as dark as I expected it, so I'm just going to color the whole thing with this. Well, his whole face. I'm not going to color the rest of him. The rest of this I'm going to just kind of highlight. Alright, and then I'm going to take this light again and just blend it in. That is definitely the key with alcohol markers, is the blendability. And I do want his belly gray, so I'm gonna color that in gray now. And let's see, I want his face, or this part, to be a little bit gray, or a little bit light, but I don't know which gray will be the best for that. That's not it for sure. That one might work. That one's too silver. Ooh, that one's not even gray. And I'm going to take the 001 if I can find it, which kind of lifts some of the color up. There it is. Or it's just 0 in this one. And I'm just going to go over this. I might even go over his belly. And then I'm going to take the pink again, and I'm going to do their cheeks and wish me luck. And his ear again, and his ears. Okay, and then I'll take this light color again. And actually that covered it up pretty well. I don't know that I want it covered up that much. And then I'll take this again. There we go. I think that might look like a badger. I might need to make that even just a little darker. I've never seen a badger, I don't think. Not even like at the zoo. I know the Wisconsin badgers. Yeah, that looks better. Coloring is fun. It's fun to try to see how it all works together and how you can make the colors highlight and make it look more realistic, or at least more natural, maybe not realistic, but with different shines and stuff. I think it's pretty fun. So there we go so far. Super cute. Isn't that awesome? Yay! I love the way that these markers work. And then I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 that I cut at 5.5, so it's 5.5 by 8.5. And because I didn't know how big to make this, I'm going to now measure this and see how big I need to make it. Well, let's see. I'll just measure this. This is about 6.5 inches, so I'm going to do this at, I think, 6.25 inches. And then I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off the side. And I'm not even going to worry about folding it quite yet. Let me just make sure it goes on the inside all right. Yes, indeed. So then I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to glue this down. Oh, that was dumb because I don't want it to glue on the little guys. Okay, so that was kind of dumb. Don't do that. Just glue around the edge. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it quickly, lift those guys up, and then take the glue off. There we go, that worked, I think. And now the paper is folded where this is. That is so cute. And then you need to just take some cardstock. I happen to have this in my stash of leftovers. And I'm just going to make it straight here on the bottom. And I love this kind of card because you don't need a ton of room on the inside to make it into anything, and that is totally crooked, but I'm going to put this right on the inside of this. But let me straighten it out because that is totally crooked. Looks better. So I just want this to go in the middle of that bottom part. And I'm trying to be real careful not to bend their heads because that's the whole point. You want it to be just open like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then I was going to give him a heart. Put some glue there. I'm going to put that one there. Then you can put your greeting right in here, whatever you want to say. But then I am going to put some words on this bottom. And there's one that says grateful for you, and I like that. So I'm going to put this where I want it. Grateful for you. And that is the card. I think that turned out really cute. I like how it looks, and I like the sentiment, and I think that I will be happy to give this to someone. Good for any season, but I did obviously one for the fall, and I'm trying to work on some of my Christmas cards as I can because it's never too early. And so I have one for Christmas as well. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that that helps you with a new kind of technique, and have some fun. Thank you. Bye-bye.